Alright guys, welcome back. In today's video we are doing a high leverage short on Ethereum right here at this top level. So it gets here to 43.20, rejects. We see good volume on the rejection, and that's how you know you got a high probability of a retracement back down. Now how far does it go? That's the hard question. But you know, on a trade like this, you have very, very limited upside against you. So it really comes down to this resistance, right? So we have now a very awesome game to play, right? Where we've got all this downside and just such little upside against us. You see what I mean? So if we lose this trade, we may lose 10,000, I don't know, $10,000 probably. Okay. Now, if I'm right on the trade, we definitely make 20,000 on a test back to these lows right here. Okay, so back down here would make us 24,000-ish, I believe. In this break against us would probably make us lose 8,000. So you just got to realize trading fees and commissions aren't cheap, right? So because you're using a higher leverage, the fees are, $500. It's not cheap whatsoever. And I mean, trading just feels rigged. Like when you lose, just somehow the exchange just takes so much money off of you, man. And when you win, yeah, you make big money when you're right as well. But I'm just telling you, it's like asymmetric. The money you lose, like you see this tiny little push is $8,000 loss, right? Well, this big, massive gain right here, right, in space, that's only 24,000. So it's just rigged. Like trading on exchanges, it just feels like that. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's part of the game. And you still have the power to make 24,000 and lose 8,000 here. So that's kind of what we're doing. And we could pull this up in the calculator and see. So let's see here. 33,408 with the current entry price at 42.98. If it goes up to the top level and breaks past it, let's say 43.44 is when we'd probably be wrong in this trade. Okay, you lose 8,000. See, so this tiny little move right here, okay, this tiny, tiny, tiny little move makes you lose 8,000 bucks, right? Just that little move right there. And then this big move all the way down, you only make 24,000. So it's kind of weird, right? But I'm telling you guys, it's a rigged game. You got to be really fucking good at trading to win against exchanges, right? At the end of the day, exchanges make the most money, although this is the best exchange out there, and that's why I use them. So you can start trading on this exchange as well, because it's just going to be harder to win on any other exchange with high freaking fees. I mean, look, the fee here is 500 bucks. Go to another exchange, it's probably going to be even more, and you're not going to be able to jump in and out of trades so easily. So 42.98 entry. Let's say we get down to 41.32, right? 41.32. We only make 27,000 bucks. So you lose 8,000. Make 27,000. That's kind of the play we're doing here. And so risk to reward, obviously that's a great setup. That's a great trade. So at the end of the day, what we want to do right now is not focus on the P&L, right? You're on a higher leverage. Profits are going to fluctuate extremely quickly. You're going to be up 5,000, down 3,000 in a matter of seconds probably, right? At the end of the day, it's not about the P&L. It's about the charts and playing the level. So we're going to play this level. We're going to play it with no emotions. Okay, yes, we can lose 8,000, so we accept that risk. And then we can make a lot more if we go back down. And so you see Bitcoin is doing the exact same thing right here. And so let's just say, hey, maybe we come to this uptrend right here, making higher lows in Bitcoin. I mean, we got good downside here, limited upside when we're playing this little level. And so, guys, I'm about to show you something really cool. This exact pattern that you see right here was, okay, look at this. Look right here, okay, and look right here. It's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing, just scaled up, okay? So look at this. It's just incredible, man. These patterns is just crazy, right? So look, boom, boom, right there. Boom, boom. Look at this. Pop up, right, to that same level. Pop up to that same level. And then it dipped down to here for a lower high. Okay, dip down here for a lower high, and what are we going to do? Probably dip down here for a lower high. I mean, it's the exact same pattern. It's absolutely incredible. And it comes down to playing your levels confidently, right? So we short the top level, right? And that way it gives us very limited risk, okay, where it's like if we are wrong, yes, we can cut the loss pretty quickly for $8,000 loss. But otherwise, if it just holds that level, we got a lot of downside. You see what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, we'll keep it up. And look, only making 1,300 right now, right? What did I tell you guys earlier? Profits will fluctuate fast when you're on a high leverage and when you are, get these little moves. So the end target is no different. Same exact plan, right? So you don't get shaken out by these little bounces. Stick to your chart and what you've drawn first, okay? And adapt if absolutely needed to. All right, we'll keep you up to date here. Only making 1,100. Well, we're just making what? 4,500, 5,000, right? But that's okay. Don't focus on the P&L. Focus on the chart. And so, guys, fast forward a little bit. Just like that, we're now up 11K. So the chart is done basically exactly what we expected. Slightly overshot past the top level. Ran out of momentum. It was unable to move higher at that point, which is my favorite pattern to short there. And so now we've began our descent, right? So what looked like a freaking soaring rocket ship has now turned into a falling knife at this point. And so at this point, the position obviously is profitable. It is making money. It's up 14K, right? So I just went ahead and secured profits on a tenth of the position as we're moving lower here. And so we now locked in some profits. Now, that being said, the best scenario is obviously breaking through the lows. But as a trader, you don't want to rely on hope, right? You have to hope that we're going to break through support and crash further. The best thing to do if you want to be consistent is not hope, right? It's just to play the levels, right? So as Bitcoin gets down to its bottom level, we're going to take profit on half the position. No ands, buts, or ifs. We're not going to sigh. We're not going to weep if it crashes lower and we miss out on more profits. Guys, it's all about being consistent. And I promise you, hoping that things crash lower so you make more money is not a consistent strategy that is going to help you win in the long run. So, let's say we lock in half the profits here as Bitcoin hits support. Okay, that's fine, even if it crashes lower and you miss out on some profits, right? Because this is how you stay consistent, and that's how you got to play it if you're a trader, right? Hoping that it breaks lower, that's gambling most of the time, right? I mean, obviously, you could have some serious conviction to say that it will go lower. And obviously, I think there's a very real possibility of that, right? I've been saying Bitcoin would drop to 52 to 55K. Obviously, it's hit 55K and, hasn't hit 52K yet. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We really don't know at this point. So that's why, since you don't know, take your fucking profit on half the position, right? Lock it in, and that way you really can't go wrong. You see what I mean? So we're making 16K here with the realized profits. And so we're going to go ahead and take profit on another 5,000 contracts right there and lock in some more. All right, so get in the habit of when things are going your way, when things are just dropping so nicely and so easily, right? Look at this, just tons of straight green, red candles. I mean, there's no one stopping this drop right now, right? It's just an easy shot down, right? And it just seems so easy, right? So nice. And it's exactly in times where things are so nice and so easy, you want to be locking in profits because good times don't last and bad times don't either. Okay, and so think of it as this is your good time during the trade. It could reverse against you at any point. So start taking some chips off the table. You know what I mean? You really can't go wrong whether you make 15,000 on the trade, right? If we lock it all in right now, okay, 15,000. If we hold more and it drops more, we make 30,000. Cool, great, right? Either way, you're not going to go broke. Either way, at the end of the day, your goal should be to be profitable every single week, every single month, right? Do your best, and at the end of the day, it's all going to add up. Whether you make 5,000 this week or 50,000 this week, right? If you make money every week, you're going to make a lot of money in the longer run. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to, focus on as a trader, is being consistent and always winning. And, obviously there's some losses there, but, I mean, every trader loses. You know what I mean? You can't win every single trade. But anyways, guys, I'll just keep you up to date as I continue to take more profits, but we're going to try to take some more profit, hopefully at 41.50, which is right above where we shot higher and really began this up move. So we'll take some profits there if we can get there, and hopefully we'll be making 30K once we get down here. All right, so keep you up to date. Let's do this, guys. Falling like a knife, and before it was shooting to the moon, right? But yeah, that's why you got to know how to read charts, right? Imagine all the people who are going long up here. It was the perfect time to short it. And so imagine you don't know how to short and make money when things are falling. You know, you're missing out on 15,000, 16,000 right now to the downside. You know what I mean? So learn how to short, guys. You're going to be an absolute superpower, a force to be reckoned with if you can learn to go both ways. And that's what we do here at crashtrading.com. So sign up if you haven't already, guys, and I'll keep you up to date as we progress with this trade. Let's do this. Alright, so update here, guys. We're getting a bounce, which is just vaporizing half of our profits. Thankfully, I locked in, okay, a third of the position at the bottom, right? And so now that third of the position is equal to our, half or more than half of the position of profits. You see what I mean? So that's why, look, you can't control this market, right? The market is going to do whatever it wants to do. At the end of the day, you just got to pick your spots, pick your shots, and try to play where you have the highest probability of winning. So what's my highest probability of winning right now is holding as of now. Now, what I want to do is if it gets above the moving averages here, then I probably want to get out, okay? And this is a common thing that you see happen is you'll get the dump initially, and they'll pump it back up one last time. You know what I mean? That happens too much recently, and this is actually how I lost a trade here recently. Look at this. Okay, oh my God, this is giving me bad memories already. Right, so I shorted on Bitcoin. Okay, this is the Ether chart, but it's like the same thing as Bitcoin, right? So this was a few days ago. So I shorted, okay, perfectly drops, and look what they do. They pump it back up for one last go before coming all the way back down. You see what I mean? So you just see these bullshit things that happen to you. You got to be prepared for them, right? So I shorted it. It was perfect. We dump off after, and they pump it, right? So look here. You shorted it. Perfect dump off, and they could pump it back up on you, okay, right back to its top level before we set the peak and head lower, or we just break out finally. So you just got to be ready, and I'm not going to fuck around with this thing. If it does this, right, if it starts pumping, I'm going to get out, all right? It sucks to see some of your profits go, but what sucks is to hold a position through a pump and be losing money actually, and then wishing that you would have sold the position while you could have. So that's what I'm going to do, man. This market is sketchy. It's been weird for the last week. Like I said, this was a losing trade I had last week. It really, really drove me nuts, man, because overall, right, okay, I shorted. Not only was I right to begin the trade, but if I would have held, I would have also been extremely, extremely right. Look at this. That's a 360-point drop-off right there, right? But because of this one little pump, it takes you out of the game, and it ruins you, right? It throws you off. Just a little move, little pump like that can really throw you off. And so I really hate dealing with shit like this, but that's just the game, guys. It really sucks, but, profit's going away, so we're going to have to make that decision to exit quickly. If we see it starts pumping, I'm going to get out, man. It's us versus the market, right? Who won today? If we get out with profit, we beat the market today, and that's what matters, so that's what we're going to try to do. All right, so guys, I'm going to start closing out some more here because, man, I'm telling you, I just don't like this market right now. It's been a total piece of shit recently. And look, at the end of the day, we close out, we get, we make $10,000 on the day. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, this could end up being a $50,000, $60,000 trade. And honestly, I won't be surprised because, it should be. And that's my problem with this market, is everything that should happen hasn't really been happening when it should happen, right? For example, right, when I lost money last week on this trade, right, it should have dropped, but they wanted to pump it one last time before dumping, right? And so little things like that, right? The market has just been off. Every trade I've taken for the last week, I've been like 24 hours early, right? So it's like, I've got funky feelings towards this market. I'm not a fan, and that's okay, right? There's 52 weeks in a year. There will be some funky weeks. There will be some weeks where the market's just a little strange. All right, so trying to close out the last bit of the position here. We're going to spread this out into a couple orders. Let's see, order 1, not getting filled. Okay, boom, filled. Order number 2, let's see if we can get this one filled here, 7,500 contracts, filled. And I always like to keep one contract, and I've seen some people ask in the comments, Alex, why do you keep one contract? Because if you close all your contracts, the trade's going to disappear, and you're not going to be able to show, okay, what's the profit on the trade, right? So now, if like keep one contract, I can show you like, boom, okay, this is what we closed out with. That's the profit, done, right? So let's see here. Let's do it, and then we can talk about it. All right, so boom. See, I keep one contract. Now you can see, okay, officially, we've made, with trading fees and commissions, we made $10,600 on this trade. So look, I won't be surprised if this trade drops more. I won't be surprised if I miss out on 50K. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's about valuing your time as well, right? It's not all about the profits, it's about your lifestyle, and it's going to be late soon, and I'm not going to stay up all night, watching this trade, as well as trying to deal with this just bullshit market that's like, it's on a delay effect. So honestly, I think it'll be perfect if I come back tomorrow and look for the short, or maybe we're finally going to break out of this range and bottom and take it long tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, we can live with the result here, and we're not going to worry about the profits we miss out on. At the end of the day, it's about the profits you locked in. And if you locked in 10K, you locked in 10K. Nobody can take that from you. And, obviously, it's a toxic thing to think, oh my God, I missed out on $50,000 in profit if I, held on to the position, right, and it drops, right? Don't be like that, all right? That's how losers think. If you want to be a winner, you got to do it like this, all right? Beat the market every day, or try to, right? If you try to beat the market every day, then you're going to be profitable. Does that make sense? If you try to beat the market every month, it's going to add up, all right? And that's one of the principles that I've tried to carry with me that has helped me a lot. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some things. Not a perfect trade. It's not like we made 50,000 or any big trade here, but at the end of the day, it's still, I think, some valuable lessons, valuable setup, right? Short the top levels where you have limited risk, maximal upside for you. And at the end of the day, guys, it comes down to reading the charts, seeing the patterns. And if you don't know how to see the patterns and how to read the charts, make sure you go to crashtrading.com. Take our charts course and our technical analysis course right here. That's probably the most important course and step you will ever make in becoming a profitable trader. I promise you that. And then obviously, if you want to trade one-on-one with me here, you can, obviously, for completely free. You don't pay until you make the profits, okay? We used to have you pay a monthly membership before you could get in. We used to make the course mandatory as well before you could get in. Instead, I changed it up. I thought, look, everyone else charges you $3,000 before you can join their program. How about I actually deliver the results before I ever charge you a penny? Okay, so here, you won't pay, nothing until you actually get the results, unlike other programs out there. And so that's how you know, man, right? The only way I make a living is if I actually deliver results to you, our members, and obviously for myself as a trader. You know what I mean? There's just no other way, right? If I'm given a free program where I don't get money until I actually deliver the results, like, I deliver the results. You know what I mean? So if you're interested in joining, make sure you meet our requirements here. These are our 2 coaching program and offers that you can join to trade one-on-one live with me. And so, guys, I look forward to working with some of you. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, share this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.